done. Out there, I was like, what was I doing? Actually. Oh, thanks for coming. Yeah, I've been all over the place when it comes to streaming. I'm thinking about streaming on YouTube since I technically have more subscribers there. So I should probably start doing that. It would be wise. Hey Jet. Almost didn't see your matches there. I'm doing alright. Almost done with this commission. Hey Alex. Yeah, crazy time zones all over. But yeah, I am thinking of streaming more on YouTube since I have more subs there. And I always said I might flip-flop between streams. I'm already doing that with Picardo. 40 times. Ah. So yeah, maybe next week I'll experiment with YouTube. Couldn't hurt. This is Clip Studio or Manga Studio, whichever name you prefer. Clip Studio Paint is the full name of it. And I'm drawing sweat right now. Just to clarify, Twitch or whomever is above. Yeah, I'll get to working on the last Blake pick once I'm done with all the commissions and the auction winner. Oh good, I'm glad you thought it was sweat, because that's what it is. I'm just obviously drawing it white for now so I can see where it is for when I do the shiny details. That's like bad of it being wrench. I sound drowsy. No, I actually just woke up. That's why the stream started late. I set an alarm, but I ended up sleeping past it or whatever I did. I don't remember if I got up and turned it off or not. What time is it for me? 9:40 p.m. at the moment. My sleep schedule is yes. After this, I still have the background to do, but I hope to get this done tonight. Hold on a moment, I'll be right back. I'm back. What is the hardest comic series I've done so far? Hardest. Probably Kiwis, just because of the cards. Like episode 4 of Greenfield. Yes, some bestials do have the pads. It kind of just boils down to character design. And since bestials are random when it comes to whether or not they have certain features, it's just up in the air on who has it and who doesn't. Because, like, for example, some cat characters could have the sandpapery tongue, while others don't. And then other anatomy traits and stuff like that. So yeah, it's up in the air on who has what. Because, like, other mantises exist, but Emerald doesn't have, like, the giant bug eyes that others could have. Kind of just depends on the cards, honestly. Like, some cards were from the comics that I've made and all that. Some of them are just character art that I've already made. Others were new, or made specifically when the comic needed them. So they got made earlier than most. So it kind of just depended on certain cards in the situation. But yeah, some of them have been older cards and stuff like that. Yeah, because, like, you know, each picture of the cards was time needed for me to actually make them and all that. So yeah, pretty much every card was difficult. Some easier than others, but still took time to make. And then, especially if I was planning on selling them, I have to get them printed first so I can approve them and then give the okay to sell them. So that usually took a few weeks. I need to make more of those, so I'll definitely get started on those once I'm done with commissions and other projects. Favorite deck? There hasn't really been that many decks made, and some of them need to be updated for the new stuff for the new look and format. I did make Jollies, but that one needs to be updated. Kiwi and Eden, like, they have decks, but I haven't actually made, like, a specific deck for them. I just printed out the cards I just made the cards that they used available. Then there's the archetypes. So if you mean, like, archetypes, probably there's been a few. Probably the Madhouse are my favorite at the moment. But if we're talking like the actual decks, then probably I'll probably say the starter decks, just because they're like put together a little bit more simpler. I'm thinking of making a beginner decks where the effects are very, very, very basic and not overly complicated. and then have like whatever the key monsters, the ace monsters are, or key cards are, they counter each other. So like for example, if I made like a fire dragon and a water dragon, say that if the fire dragon attacks the water one, it gains 5 points during that moment, and then vice versa for the water. So that way they can beat each other. And it pretty much boils down to who plays what first and who can protect their card. So I might do something like that. Yeah, I tried to make sure that the game worked the way the way it was intended. So did my best with that. I also didn't want to make like a single bullshit card that just solved all of the problems. I wanted to make sure the cards had like decent restrictions and requirements to work. So like in Eden's case, she did actually have a card to stop Kiwi, but it specifically required that Jam had to be attacked for it to trigger. But since Kiwi had Marcy attack directly, the card didn't trigger. And I should have that over here. I have to jump through that hoop so I can make it shadow on this. Yeah, I wanted to give at least the first 5 Creamfield characters a lot of spotlight. The others likely won't get as deep storylines, but except maybe Strawberry. But other than that, they'll probably just get like short little, straight to the point comics. Actually, since it's going this way, it should be curved. War of the Ring? Nope, haven't played it. Yes, the other characters will interact with the main bot. They will definitely have to. Okay. Here to slay. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, the only card games I've been playing as of late have been just Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. Yeah, my brother played Pokemon often. I know with Yu-Gi-Oh! He was invited to regionals at one point, or whatever it was called, that invite tournament. And then one of the times he went to a Pokemon tournament, he came in second, and that was like his first tournament for Pokemon. So, which was kind of funny because he said that the person who was running the tournament asked him how long had he been playing Pokemon, and he said like that was his first like major or whatever it was. And the guy questioned all the other players. He was like, wait, this guy just started like this week and he almost got first. Like, what the hell? TCG. I have no idea how long ago it was. I'd have to ask him. But yeah, it was just kind of funny because he just like because we had liked Pokemon forever. We I don't know how often he played the game. Me, I mostly just collected the cards because of the artwork. But for him, he decided to take it seriously. And you know, we've already been playing Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's kind of hard to not already know what cards are valuable and what cards aren't. Pretty much just boils down to knowing the mechanics. Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays is just more about breaking your opponent's board by turn 1, or in certain card decks cases turn 0, since that's doable nowadays. In Magic, it takes a little longer than that. Like, even though there are cards that can help get through certain things faster, it still takes time in Magic. So yeah, like, when people try to say like, oh well, Magic has broken cards too, I was like, yeah, but they still take time. You don't just have them all immediately on turn 1, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, not saying it's impossible to do in Magic, but it's definitely more unlikely to happen. Unless you're playing a very specific deck. Like, I don't know, like a colorless deck or something that can just go through their cards quickly. You want to play? Sorry, we don't allow noobs learn. Oh yeah. Coloring her face. Nah, she's just getting ready to just chow down more. She's like amazed that she's gotten so fat that she is stopping anytime soon. Ah, colorblind. This is just green and dark blue, I think, would be the other colors, and then some purple. Yeah, colorblind is interesting. I remember seeing videos of those special glasses that can that can correct the issue. Well, these are somebody else's characters, but thank you. And I try to vary it up with other themes, so we'll be definitely getting back to other stuff once I'm done with commissions. Get back to Emerald and Joanne and their storylines. The hard part is deciding how many sweat drops there needs to be before moving on. And then also acknowledging that you'll have to come back to go over the details for these sweat drops. So this is going to take a bit. Her tech can get fucked. Yeah. Yeah, he's not exactly winning any awards. Yeah, sweat does add more to the piece, but good lord, is it time consuming. Like, I do not envy people who take shortcuts when doing them. Or just do it in general. I do not envy people who do it in general. Most of the time, people don't go through the crazy details, but there are definitely artists that do. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see, I can probably back out now to add some of the sweat. And I have to remember that there are just some details that you guys won't even notice. So I shouldn't stress over it too much. But that is hard to do. Because you'll get an idea and you'll want to do it, even if nobody will ever see it. It's kind of like how in Smash Brothers, if you look at Lucina's eye, it'll have that one marking from the games. I don't know much of the backstory for Fire Emblem, but I know she's supposed to have like a special mark on one of her eyes. And she does actually have it in Smash, but it's so like you would have to super zoom in on her to even notice that it's there. Because you'll never normally see it. It's a crystal. It's actually in her fighting model too, because I remember Sakurai was showing that off during one of his posts, and it was just her standing in one of the levels, and he had it super zoomed in on one of her eyes, and it had that mark, or it had the crystal. So it is there normally. It's just you would never normally see it without special camera to super zoom in. So modding the camera to see it, but it's on her model normally. I know there's other details too that are in the game that you just wouldn't normally notice. I think one of them he explains how Joker is running during his victory screen, and he just has like a special stage that rotates to make it look like he's running constantly. It's like they specifically gave him a stage to run around in circles in. Well, he's not even running around in circles, he's running in place, but the stage is circular to make it look like he's running. I mean, like, the Battlefield stage alone was fucking ridiculous, because if you look in the background, you have all of those floating platforms and waterfalls and other stuff going on, and I'm just like, Jesus. There's like so much detail in the background. I think birds fly through as well. And then some details are a little bit more obvious, like when Samus does her final smash, or when Ridley does his, you'll see Samus' ship crashing in the background afterwards. Yeah, you're not wrong. Subspace was better in terms of making an adventure mode. But I do like the idea that World of Light had by having all of the like, not guest characters, but just like all the side characters, or like the characters who weren't fighters become fighters in some way by being the playable characters, but with tweaked gimmicks and stuff to make it look like you're fighting the character that you're supposed to be fighting. So I like that idea. It's a shame that they couldn't be the actual characters, but that's a shit ton of money in a shit ton of time, so I do not blame them for doing it the way they did it. And he even said that Subspace was really expensive to do. And I think one of the reasons why, because I think he said this when Smash 4 was coming out, that one of the reasons why they didn't do another Subspace was due to people just, posting the cutscenes and not playing the game. So it was kind of like, why bother? Yeah, he is a 3D model. Like, I first noticed that when he got the metal cap from in Melee, and realized that he was 3D, and I was like, wait. And so when you look at his trophy, you can see that he is in fact in 3D. Especially his outline. His outline is definitely embossed. Yeah, Subspace was basically just playing Kirby. I mean, that's basically what Smash Brothers is. It's just like, hey, do you like playing Kirby? Here you go. Here's more advanced Kirby. And it works. It's like it's simple but complicated. Yeah, because it goes into purple back here. It just looks darker because of the shading. But yeah, it goes into here. It's like pinkish purple. Alright, done with that. Now for part 2. Awabami? I have no idea what that is. Unless I do know what that is and I just pronounce it wrong or something. Oh, bum. Oh, okay, yeah. I've heard of those. As in, didn't remember the name. Oh, I've seen them, I just didn't remember the name. I think they have some characters like that in One Piece, if I remember correctly. But then again, most Japanese cartoons will touch on stuff like that. Oh, those are the sea serpents. Well, they got long bodies, so there you go. Nureona. Yeah, I tried to make the stains work for whatever it was she was doing. No worries. I mean, you're gonna see the references. They're always gonna show up in pretty much everything, especially if they're the most common stuff. Next. Big snake. I want to get further into Black Circus personally, but I'm gonna try to put in equal amount of time into both iHat and Black Circus. Yeah, and then there's World Gates too, because this is the anniversary for it, so I definitely need to work on something, even if it's just like a side comic to get things going. So yeah, lots I want to do once I have more time available. Might take a break at some point in a few weeks or something, just to like give me time to make sure everything's done that I need to do, and then just, you know, clear up time. We'll see if I need it or not. And then later down the line, there's also going to be those side comics that will only be for the $20 tier and higher, or sold on their own. They're not vital to anything, they're just going to be more kink focused. I'll deal with that later. I'm going to deal with the smaller stuff first. Yeah, like Caitlyn's comic is gonna be more kink focused. Yeah, I'll be working on Blake's once I'm done with all the commissions. I just want to get these out of the way. Now, if you think sweat is tedious, imagine when I did the shower pages for Emerald. Technically, those should be glossy too, but I think they're fine. Okay, finally. Now I just need to do the background. And this background is gonna hurt. So let me see. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Take care. Yeah, I'm sure my week will be fine. Just gonna spend it working on stuff. This will probably be a short stream today. Since it's mostly just working on this. Alright, have a good night. Don't know why that changed that. But... working from home. You know, probably chill for a few more minutes and then I'll call it for the night, because all I'm really doing is just working on this background at this point. And the background itself is just gonna have a bunch of junk laying around. I just have to decide how I'm gonna go about it. Looks like one of those pride flags. I know nothing about those flags. I know like maybe 2 and that's it. Everything else I'm just like, okay. Now, basically I just have to draw a bunch of garbage, so it just basically depends on how I go about this. Because there's like 2 or 3 ways I can go about this. And I'm opting for option 2 at the moment. Just check the legs just to be sure. Yeah, it just depends on what gets detailed and what doesn't. I'm gonna go for the semi-painted feel, so like basically narrow, get them all down and shade them, you know, whatever is necessary. Because one of the references is the Marcy pick from the auction, and they're aiming for that kind of background. Yeah, so it's not hard, it's just time consuming. Because they want pizza boxes too, so it just depends on how I go about the boxes, really. Because like regular garbage is kind of easy, because I can just, you know, make them look like balls of trash and whatnot. Like even flat paper and all that, and then I just gotta give it the necessary shading. And then I can probably put some cans around for like discarded soda cans and all that. It just depends on how I design the cans. And then the pizza boxes, depending on how I go about that, I can put them further in the background a bit. Like I can make silhouettes, I can put them in the foreground, I just gotta detail them when necessary. So not hard, just, you know, gotta go through the motions. So like this, for example, let's put this on overlay, and it makes it look like it's a little bit more detailed. And then I just gotta, you know, do the shading and all that, or the shadows and all. Smothered in trash. The idea is that they're both Slavs while they're pigging out. Like I can probably put some stains on the ground too. And that part's not hard. And if I really need to get detailed, I can just, you know, zoom in and add in details. So like, since they're a little bit too blurry, I can go into that. Do it this way. Multiply. Actually, it would be easier to do it the other way, but that's okay. And then just change the opacity and blur the line and blah 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 blah. Because I mean, this is just rolled up wrappers and all that, so it doesn't have to be overly complicated. And then I can just make adjustments when necessary. Susie crossed with Charizard. I'd show what her reference is, but I'm on Twitch right now, so I can't do that. Unless I took the time to censor it. How many commissions feature fat? Probably all but like, I don't know, 1 or 2 maybe. Let's find out. Because I'm pretty sure I posted all of them. So let me just check a look on DeviantArt. Come on, vote for me, thank you. Yeah. All but like 1. No, 2. Yeah, all but 2 had a fat character in it. Although the one with pregnant Marcy might be the asterisk to that because she's not technically fat, but she is big. But yeah. Oh no, 3, because these 2 aren't fat, because it has jam in it. This one has a fat character in it, so I'll count it. Because the other characters aren't fat, they're just skinny. Or big-breasted. So like 3 or 4... Or 3 had... No, this one... No, he's chubby. That was chubby. Yeah, so about 3 of them. 3 out of the 23. 4 if we count Marcy. Fat detox, I know. So yeah. So at most 4 didn't, but at least 3 did. Or didn't have fat characters. So yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with commissions unless I take like only 1 or 2 if I ever open up again. And then it'd likely be through bidding from now on. It's just no longer a thing, honestly. Good practice, yeah. Yeah, like I'm not burned out, but I am bored of it. Or not. The best way to put it is like not too many of these were really inspiring. Like only like a handful were like, oh, okay, I could think of something to explore this a bit more in the future. But other than that, it was just kind of like, eh. Like they weren't bad, but they weren't too interesting either, with the exception of like 1, 2, maybe 3 of them were interesting that I could jump off of later in the future. But yeah, I think I'm just done with commissions. At least for now, because like if I do open up, it'll be like 1 or 2 at a time, and that's it. I'm not gonna go overboard. And it wasn't even like the number that I did. It wasn't like, oh, I took too many commissions. I was like, no, it wasn't even that. It was just not a lot of them were thought-provoking or, you know, like sparking up too many ideas or anything. It was just like, okay, kind of just going through the motions. So yeah, I can do this. Yeah, yours was fine. Yours was a whole different scenario for the for both of them. But a lot of them were just kind of like the same thing over and over. And granted, like I know that I'm being typecasted for the for a lot of these. It's like, oh, he draws awakening stuff, so here's awakening thing. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But I'm also, you know, trying to not make that the only thing I do. But yeah, I think just stepping away from commissions is probably going to be the best. Unless I, like, randomly open up 1 or 2 slots. Like, as long as I keep it to just, like, 1 or 2 every once in a while, then I think I'll be fine. And just, you know, open up when I'm in the mood. That way I don't have to completely get rid of commissions, but also not have to do them if I don't need to. And just focus more on my own stuff. I'm just cleaning it. You know, it could have been easier if I just did it this way. I was like, what am I doing? Oh yeah, you're the special one. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I think I'm just done for the most part. I do have plans for once I'm more free, because I can work on the various things I've had planned for this year. Get further along in some comics. Yeah. I think this was the most I've done in a while. And that's when you notice that I did that part wrong, so yeah, I have to fix that. I think that was the most I ever did. I know there was like one other set of commissions that I did a long time ago. Let's take a look. Why are all these open this way? Let's see how many of these was. was like a really long one. Where is it? Could be in one of these folders. That one was close though. I forget which ones, because I think it was just like a cluster of them put together. But yeah, I think this was the most, probably. If I had to take a wild guess. "7 years can't count." Next I gotta do the pizza boxes. I'm like, nah. But yeah, like, obviously I shouldn't have taken so many, but that, honestly, that wasn't what's doing it. It's like the number doesn't bother me, it was just kind of like the repetitiveness of a lot of them just being the same thing. It's trash, just so I know what the hell this is. Pretty much once I'm done with the pizza boxes, then I can stop. But did I have Golden Boy in my anime collection? Yeah, Golden Boy was a really good one. I should still have it. I don't know if it's on this drive or a different one, but I think I still have it. But Golden Boy was really good. If not, I know where to find it. But I think I'll stop here for now, because all I gotta do left is the pizza boxes, and then I can send it to the person who commissioned it. Then I'll just have one more commission to do, and then the auction winner. I might do the auction winner first, just because it's just one character, and everything else has already been drawn. So I'll probably do that person first. Yeah, can do that again sometime. Probably do it on Picardo. Probably just put up like a random video or something in the corner. I do need to get my stream back to normal, like make it look a little bit more stylized and all that. But yeah, I think I'll stop for now. Probably take a short break before I do the rest of the background and then send it to the person, and then I'll work on the auction winners pick first, since that one's easier to do, and then just one more commission and I'm done with commissions, and then I can go back to working on Black Circus. I have whatever else I want to work on. Yeah, definitely is a watch. Geats. I mean, I've been watching it, but could watch like a moment of Geats or something. That'd be fun. But yeah, have a good night, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.